Greetings, Internet people. RantingRamsay here. I want to start off by saying a couple of things. Number one, I want to apologize for seeming disjointed. The other day at work, I tweaked my left wrist, and if some of you may know, about 3 months ago, I broke my left wrist playing indoor soccer, and it's been healing pretty well, but at work the other day, I tried to lift something that was a little bit more than my wrist could take, and I tweaked it pretty badly, and my doctor prescribed some painkillers for me, and since I don't generally, I'm not generally the type to take pop pills for recreation, when I take painkillers in their prescribed doses, they make me pretty fucking loopy, as you have just been demonstrated. So I'm going to start off by apologizing for seeming a little bit disjointed today, and then also I'm going to say I'm actually going to try to make this really quick. And it's a subject that's very hard to cover quickly, but I'm going to try to make this quick because I'm actually really late for a couple of things that I need to go and do. But I just couldn't really keep myself from making this video, and I'm not filing this as a rant request, although it kind of is, because there were two people in a very short period of time that sent me extremely related rant requests, and those people were The Truth 683 and Sane Revelation. One of them did it through private message, one of them did it on my profile channel. And what The Truth asked me was, I have a rant request for you. How do you feel about Jesse Jackson's recent comments on Dan Gilbert? And if you don't know what that's all about, Dan Gilbert was involved with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and LeBron James went to someplace else. He made some rather disparaging comments about LeBron James that Jesse Jackson interpreted as racist comments. And we're going to leave that alone for a second and move on to what Sane Revelation posted on my profile. It says, may you rant about why so many black people complain about racism so much. And that just struck me as ironic from the very beginning. But then also lately, as you'll find linked in the description, I've been watching a lot of videos by the Young Turks. If you have no clue what that is, you need to go check it out. It's like a news show that covers a lot of different topics. It's kind of a democratic perspective, but the host of the show manages really to be pretty neutral for the most part when it comes to judging certain things. Anyway, I've linked one video in the description from them that also handles this subject, and basically what it led me to want to rant about was, I've done one video on the topic of racism before. It was one of the very early videos that I did. It's kind of buried in my uploads now, so a lot of my more recent subscribers probably haven't watched it. But as anyone can see from the banner over my right shoulder, that is an anti-Nazi banner, even though in the recent past many people have misinterpreted it as a pro-Nazi banner. No, it's an anti-Nazi banner. And I'm going to, for the first time on video, explain why I have that. I have that on my wall because it reminds me simultaneously of both the great goods that we as a human society can accomplish, i.e. conquering the Nazis, and the great evils that we as a human society are capable of, i.e. the Nazis. So it serves to both remind me at the same time that I as a human being can be as absolutely good and beneficial to the species as I want to be, or as negative and harmful and detrimental to the species as I want to be. That's why that banner is on my wall. But it also reflects an anti-racism sentiment. I believe, honestly, in my heart, I guess you could say, that all men are truly, and women, are truly honest to whatever, because I don't believe in God, so I would say honest to God there, but it's just a turn of a phrase, just a figure of speech, that all men and women, all humans are created equal, and anything that one human can accomplish, any other human on the face of the planet is accomplishing, is capable of accomplishing a similar work, be it good or evil, which pretty much puts on the perspective that you kind of need to be conscious of that, of what you're capable of, and maybe if more of us were reflective upon doing good works in our life, that there would be less strife and trouble for everyone else. But anyway, that's me babbling because I'm on fucking Vicodin. Anyway, but the whole point basically brings me to, it seems lately, ever since we have a president who is not white, that the whole issue of racism seems to have flared up bigger than it was. Like, I mean, maybe it's naive on my part to say that I think that we as a nation were getting a hold on our racism, and those that cannot seem to see reason and want to be racist were smart enough to realize that they were fucking outnumbered. That those of us who were reasonable and saw that the color of someone's skin does not fucking matter were outnumbering those who were so ignorant that they believed that just because someone had a darker skin tone than them, that they were somehow inferior. But that somehow, just amazingly, the fact that we now have an African-American president seems to have brought a resurgence in basic racism, and you can see one of the things that makes me say this in the video that I'm linking from the Young Turks in the description.